This is Teen Life series with Happiness Samuel. Here we discuss everything related to the teenage experience. We provide answers, solutions, and expert advice on how to navigate the teenage age, and also provide tips to aid successful transition into adulthood as well as teen parenting. On this episode, we will be talking about 11 things no one will tell you about being a teenager. But before we dive right into it, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button now. Turn on your notification button so that you don't get to miss out on the life-changing content coming from me to you. Do not forget to like, leave a comment, and share. If you're a parent watching this, please do well to encourage your teenager to watch this series, because it is going to be an instrumental tool to engineer transformation in the life of your teenager. Let's get started. 11 things no one will tell you about being a teenager. Number 1, teenagehood is the practice ground for adulthood. In other words, your teenage years are the years you prepare for what you want your adulthood to be like. Life is governed by times and seasons, and like we all know, planting season ushers us into the harvest season, and if you do not plant when it is time to plant, you cannot harvest anything when it is time to harvest. This is also applicable to us as humans. As a teenager, this stage of your life will usher you into adulthood, and there are certain things that are required of you to do now so that you will get to reap them when you become an adult. What kind of life do you want to live as an adult? What kind of experience do you want to have? What kind of results do you want to see? Now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to sow the seeds necessary for you to get that result. Now is the time for you to work it out. Remember, your adulthood experience is a product of what you do now as a teenager. Number 2, your adult self is the amplified version of your teenage self. I know you've learned about comparative degree in English, which refers to the 3 forms of an adjective or adverb that is used to express the different levels or degrees of a particular quality. For instance, good, better, best; bad, worse, worst. Who you become as an adult is a natural progression of who you were as a teenager. If you cultivate bad habits now that you are a teenager, you will meet the amplified version of that habit when you become an adult. For example, if you involve in stealing around the house and never get caught, there is every possibility that you will grow to do bigger offenses like burglary. This is because of the law of life that states that everything grows, including habit. Who are you growing yourself to be? You need to understand that you are not going to see a new you when you become an adult. Whosoever you see when you become an adult is the bigger version of what you were as a teenager. So be careful what you do now. Be careful with the kind of habits you are inculcating now that you're a teenager, because these things forms who you are. It forms your experiences when you actually become an adult. Number 3, teenagehood offers you the platform to be creative and innovative. Research has proven that teenagers have the greater tendency to think creatively and innovatively. This is because of the developmental process happening in their brain called neuroplasticity, and this informs how they perceive, receive, and process information, decision-making skills, the enthusiasm to generate new ideas just to make what they are doing fun, and so on. At this stage of your life, your mind is open to a lot of things, and it is necessary that you take advantage of it to make the best out of what is happening on your inside. Have you noticed that at some point in your life, you just feel like you should be doing something different? You should not be doing the things that people are doing the same way they are doing it. That is because your mind is undergoing a developmental process which allows you to think out of the box, which allows you to do things out of the norm. So now that you're a teenager, think about your life. Create the future that you desire. Think about who you want to be in the future. Leave boyfriend and girlfriend alone. Leave love alone and think. Think sellable ideas. It will not be bad if you become a self-made millionaire at your age. I was surfing through the internet and I came across certain self-made millionaires which were teenagers, and one thing that I noticed that made them millionaires was the fact that they were creative enough. Let's not even go far. How old was Mark Zuckerberg when he created Facebook? I'll leave you to go and find out. Alina Moss was 10 years old when she founded her company, a teeth cleaning candy company. And when she was being asked how she came about it, she said she needed to eat candy that is healthy, and that was how she came about it. What are you doing with your brains? You have brains. I was speaking to a young teenager and I was making these examples to her, how that young persons are creative, doing things and the rest of them. And she said that was then. Nobody has brain to think again. And I couldn't help but wonder at the level of ignorance she was speaking from. Because what is the difference between your brain and their brains? It's all the same thing. Now that you have the time, think ideas, think things that will make you valuable, think out things that you can do that can make you someone of worth, someone that will change the trajectory of your life, your family, and the society at large. I know that this is already helpful to you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button now, and do not watch this alone. Share to your friends. Your friends need to hear this. Share to them, comment, and see you next week, Wednesday.